In our contemporary society, it is evident that there is a variety of family structures in our society. To understand the changes that the family has undergone, we must observe the timeline of the family. We see it undergo change from the traditional family structure to the modern, non-traditional family structures. This video will explore the changes from the traditional family structure to the modern family structure, followed by its reasons and rationale. A traditional nuclear family can be identified as a married couple, a male and a female, and their biological child or children. Historically, religious discourse has played a major role in creating the fundamental structures of this traditional family. This is widely expressed in the Judeo-Christian beliefs. Moreover, according to William Ogburn, the function of a traditional family is reproduction, protection, socialization, regulation of sexual behavior, affection and companionship, and provision of social status. In the discussion of traditional family structures, the traditional role of the family must also be identified. There is a distinct gender segregation between the roles of the man and the woman, especially in the fields of education, profession, housework, decision-making, and childcare. These are some ideas that we will see change in the modern family structure.
It's difficult to determine what is deemed typical when looking at modern family structure, as there is no longer only one typical structure, but rather a wider range of shapes. These changes in family structure are a reflection of societal changes, including women's participation in the workplace, decline in fertility, change in the nature of divorce, and increase in same-sex parenting. Although the nuclear family is still the most common family structure, the size of the family has become a lot smaller, with many couples only having 1 to 3 children. This is known as the Western nuclear family. The driving trends of the occurrences of smaller families are the contraceptive pill allowing for greater control, delay in individuals entering relationships due to people staying in education for longer, and increased women participation in the workforce. There has been an increase in alternative family structures, including increases in couples without children, increased number of young people living alone, increases in the number of separated and divorced couples, large proportion of couples now cohabiting, and young people living at home for longer. There's also a trend towards many young people moving out of the home and then returning. All of these changes in family structure are reflections of changes in our society. For example, although families may be spending less time in physical proximity with each other, they often speak and communicate more due to technology such as mobile phones and Facebook. Studies have shown that family relationships are still the most valued and important relationships in society. According to Relationships Australia, people rank different family relations above their best friends. Family may be more or less relevant during different stages of life, and although the nature of relationships change, family is shown to always be most important.
I will discuss some of the reasons for this change. Women's participation in the workforce increased after World War II as they didn't want to give up the independence they got during this time. The improvement of women's wages, better education for women, and the dephysicalisation of labour was also a big part of this change. The decline in infertility was also a huge factor in the change of the traditional family structure, and this could be due to poor economic conditions, the baby boomer generation not wanting to have children go through the same conditions they did, and a lack of expectation to have children. The nature of divorce also changed after the 1975 Family Law Act, as it made divorce easier, especially for women, and the increase in divorce also occurred due to the economic independence of women and welfare support for divorced women. These reasons don't really cover the increase in same-sex parenting. However, this could be explained by the legalization in other countries, and the previous more homophobic generation is currently dying out, being replaced with a more accepting generation.